Yes. What's going on, man? So, let's turn that down. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, hey, Bitcoin here. So, you know, what's causing this move? There's a lot of rumors, speculations. As a money flow trader, man, it just is what it is. I mean, nothing saying nothing wrong with reading, formulating ideas. You want to have fundamental opinions. I think it's tough to be strictly a technical trader, in my opinion. I shouldn't say that. I guess that could come easy to some people. If you have an intellectual brain, or you like to read, or you kind of like to know what's happening, you're going to have a hard time being straight up technical trader. If you want to be a technical trader, do not watch the news at all. Like, put nothing in your head. If you want to technically trade Bitcoin, just using charts, don't listen to shit. Don't read anything. That was your breakout. That's all you need to know. Anything else is data that has nothing to do with your charts. So I don't do that. I'm not going to lie. I used to be a technical trader. I was obsessed with technical trade. Like, that was it. Like, trying to come up with a combination that statistically over time I would consistently win. And, Jim Collins pulled it off. He has computer programs that run 100 different trading strategies, and they make billions of dollars. It's hard for a human being to do that. Then there's other kinds of technical trading, right? There's just people, I don't believe I have any interpretive abilities when looking at a chart. I think I can just see what is happening. And if I look at Bitcoin, what do we have? Price has broke out. Look at the moving averages. They're pointing straight up, man. Just straight up. It just went straight up. And look where it stopped. Like, I talk about this all the time, right? Price has memory. Where's it going to go? Where it was before. And then it stops. I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. I really don't. I just know it happens. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to stay here. But, dude, it's probably stopping for a minute. Right? Like, this is where it stopped last time. It's going to stop. And we're going to need some energy to push that through. Here's the problem. RSI is already banging 70, but this is crypto. This is Bitcoin, man. This is different. And let me show you what I mean. Let's close this down. If we back this up and we're looking at the chart, here's price right now, right? Here's price. Here's the previous highs up in here, right? If we let's back this up a tiny bit. Taking it out a little bit. Dude, it can run on an RSI at 70 for a minute. Watch. That's where it first hit it. And look. Look how far it goes after that. This is the problem with indicators, man. They're not fail-proof, man. They're indications, right? And we try to put them together, maybe in a soup or a combination or a recipe, trying to get some sort of edge, man. And look, that was kind of like a little previous high. It banged it, and then it went on an extreme RSI for another 2 weeks, man, before turning. So it's not a, okay, so now it's hitting that again. Price is at previous high where it was. RSI's on 70. Man, I think could run for another 2 weeks into the extreme. And be okay, And if you get too bogged down in the news, I'm sure if we pull up CNBC right now, or look, there's some senator wants to regulate Bitcoin. They want to do something. Government's trying to I get it. All of that, though, you got to decide. Are you trading price movement? Are you combining the two? Is there something you could read that would make you say, okay, well, I'm going to buy less? Like, I don't know how you quantify that when you go down that road. Then it's just gut and feel like, well, you know. So Bitcoin's breaking out. We have a stage 2 breakout, and it's hitting the previous. It'll probably pause here a minute. It could easily run to 48,000 before stopping. And here's the thing, man. If you're doing the money flow, look, as it climbs up, it's going to do the little, you know, it's going to, if it stays on path, it'll sideways, it'll run up, right? Then it'll start to top out, then it'll pull back, right? So we don't want to buy in here. If we're looking to buy down here, right? So what do you do once this runs? Focus on other shit. Just let it go. So there's no more buying. You guys say, should I buy Bitcoin? No. You should have already bought Bitcoin. Let it go. Now we got to go look at something different. This just goes now. You let it go. And now you're looking at something else that looks more like this. Like it went down. Now it's going sideways. You know? So the buying is in these stage 1s. That's over. The horse has left the barn. So if you're not in it, you missed it. That's how that goes. If you're trading, I mean, unless you just don't give a fuck it, I'll just buy the highs. Okay, but don't cry when it turns. I mean, if you're trying to get the best prices possible. So no, I wouldn't be buying here. I mean, unless you got a lifetime, holding. Fuck it. I guess then you just buy. You don't need charts. If we're looking at it like that, right? So where's Bitcoin's one of the big 5. Where's oil? Let's look at the USO. We're at 49 on the, well, let's look at, let me see Brent. Same chart, right? So this is Brent crude, the continuous contract, EOD, fucking $ Brent, $74 a barrel. $74 a barrel in oil. Is now above the 20-day moving average, and price is moving up. It's breaking out. If you're a chart trader, you know what to do. If you start implementing news, other variables, you may be like, well, you know, there's this and this and this. Maybe I don't do it. Or maybe I do a lot. That wasn't a very big dip. That's the part I don't like. But it was a dip. This is a stage 2 breakout. Oil is moving higher. So what do you think that means for oil stocks? So if you follow oil and oil's in a stage 2 breakout, let's go look at Exxon. Exxon has not broke out yet. Oil is breaking out. Exxon has not broke out. Why is that happening? Why the disconnect, man? Did you wake up this morning and ask yourself, why is there a disconnect between Exxon and oil? Why is oil breaking out and Exxon's not? You probably didn't even think about that. What about Chevron? It ain't broke out either. So if we're traders, do we want to trade the oil itself, or we want to trade the oil stocks that maybe tend to be lagging it? Let's look at, maybe this is unusual. Look at gold. So this is the index, right? GLD. All the stocks involved in the gold sector, right? Let's see if they look the same. AUY. They're actually lagging a little bit. So this is one that I'm building. What do we see? You see it? Come on, man. Come on, man. Now look. Watch this. You see that day right there? what was that, July 15th? Tried to make a run for it. Look at that moving average. Look at that 20-day. Straight down, baby. You're trying to break out against a straight down. Rarely works. Sometimes it does. What that tells you is it wants to rip. And if you notice, it pulled back a little. And now we're starting to do it again. And you'll see that on a bunch of stocks, man, as you watch charts intimately. And you stop worrying about stupid crashes and stuff. If you're on here, I'm not making fun of you. That was one of my texts. I talk to a lot of people, man. The guy says, hey, and it was a good question. I mean, I'm not picking on the question. I'm just trying to use it to create a point here. How much should we be worried about a crash? And how much should I prepare for it? I wouldn't worry about it at all. And every time it's ever happened in my life, it's been an opportunity. I think the fear is they might not have money when it goes down. You know, prices go up and down, man. You got to get real comfortable with your account going up and down. Volatility. How do you think hedge fund managers do it? What do you think they were doing when you were in high school and they were fucking in an 82 crash? What is it, 87 crash? 95 or 96? 2002? 2008? COVID crash. We had a mini one in 2015. What do you think Buffett's doing? Like, oh, what are we going to do? Like, no, they just handle the day they're given, man. And so you wake up and deal with the shit in front of you, man. And those guys, if you haven't noticed, are continuously buying. Why? See, the one thing that people, the difference between a trader like Cathie Woods and Warren Buffett is people are constantly giving them money. So they're constantly buying and reallocating their portfolio. It's just a nonstop machine of money churning, of trying to reallocate so that they can beat on the way back up if the market pulls down. They're not trying to get away from the down. They're trying to restructure to catch the up, man. Downs, that's just part of what happens. They control that. I mean, some of them hedge themselves. Some of them buy utility. Like, there's different things you can buy that go opposite. But that's not the plan. The plan is to have assets that are higher quality than the index and try to beat it. That's what they're trying to do, man. This is just the natural flow of fucking life, the money flow. You just see assets running through stages, you know. What's the difference between this stock here and this stock here if you work there? You think the guy that takes out the trash noticed a difference? No, man, nothing different at that company. Just less people want to own it today than owned it before. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't change, right? It's just going through its flow, man. All these assets move up, down, up, down. Look, Tdoc got smashed at the open. Look at that shit, man. Where did it stop? Right where it was before. Now, you see this, and you go, well, shit. You should have just bought there. Yeah, okay. If you got some sort of perfect fucking hindsight, I guess, you didn't know it was going to go up right here. You didn't know that. Now, what I did know, and you know, I'll tell you all the time, where's it going to stop? Where it was before. Where's it going to stop? Up here, where it was before. And it's going to travel and then stop, and then travel, right? Stop, and then travel, and then stop, and then travel, and what? Stop, and then travel, right? And it'll get hung up right around in here where it was before. And then if it breaks through, it goes to the next one. It's like a spider web or a magnetic force. It just pulls it from one zone to the next zone. And in between zones, it's got free reign, baby. It can just fly. So if you got big ranges, it can just fly through those ranges, right? And what? Stop where it was before, man. It'll stop right around where it was before. How long? I don't know. You know, now it may dip. It'll start creating them. It's organic, man. Shit's alive. And then stops, right? So on the way down, what happens? That becomes a zone. And price goes in this little flow of shit, not knowing anything, man. We don't know tomorrow. I don't know how anybody could think they know where the market's going. That's complete fucking lunacy. You're an idiot if you think that. Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You might have some game theory, some statistical thing. You're like, oh, it's 48%. Okay. That don't mean you know. You don't know. So the one thing we play with is uncertainty. I mean, once you get that established and you realize, now here's a big, listen. Myself and other people, I explain this. Listen, if right here I'm underwater and when it hits a 70 RSI, right where it tagged, and you're still underwater, that does not mean the stock won't go down. Now listen to what I'm saying. This is going to confuse people, man. That's why I'm doing it on the boot camp. Man, they don't even deserve it on my regular account. This is too fucking deep right here. Like, I don't even want them listening to it if they don't really get this, what we're talking about. This was a completed swing trade. It doesn't matter if you were underwater or not. If you took money off and booked a loss on part of your position and let it come in, so that you could put it back on. Wait, Gerald, are you saying I could use skills to trade my way out of losers? That would take time and discipline, but I could do that? I'm quiet for the effect. When the RSI goes extreme, it doesn't give a shit if you're in the green or in the red. It's extreme. You see how you added a variable that ain't got shit to do with the situation. Now, at that point, you have to make a decision. I like my position here. I'm cool if it comes down. Matter of fact, I hope it does. The guy who says that is a guy who believes that ultimately it goes here. But if you, hey, what about a crash? What? It's not a crash. It's called a stage 4 fucking decline. It's not it's just a price pattern movement. It's just going faster than normal. Good. This is, man, I'm telling you. Once you get what I'm saying, this game is so stupid. Look at the Dow. Back it up. Just fill in a stock for the Dow. If you're a patient person, could you have traded your way out of a loss if you took a loss? Let's say, stay with me. Pretend like this game existed before you decided to play it. That's what I have to remind people all the time, okay? What happened on COVID? Yeah, well, it's freaky and it was a big and nobody knows what's happening. It's just a fucking number on the chart. The chart doesn't care. It doesn't know what, it's just movement. Look, you can go back 100 years and you have these sell-offs. Oh, there's COVID. Back here's what? That's 2008, man. World completely collapsed. Stops going, heads up. Could you have traded? What if you got long right here the day before the massive drop? Could you have traded your way out of this? Yeah. If you were patient and believed in what you were doing, you could have. Out of any stock that you purchased, man. As long as you're buying real businesses, whether it be Z, this cracks me up, man. DraftKings. Okay, look, PLTR. Let me give you an example. 3 years from now, when I'm up 400% in this, and people are like, what do you think? Like, trade it? Trade it, man. Trade more than one. Have a bunch of these. Some will be going up, some will be going down. And guess what? You may have weeks and months where you don't make shit. Your balance is red. Okay? You don't think that's ever happened to Warren Buffett? Like every person that fucking trades stocks on planet Earth, this is what happens, man. Your account goes up, it goes down. The difference is they don't stop. They keep fucking playing constantly. And guess what? They get new inputs of money all the time. So if they were buying some up here, they're damn sure looking to buy some on the stage one down here. That's not normal trading to people. They think it's in, out, in, out, in, out. And somehow you're fucking just churning, making money. Like it's just consistent, like you're a job, punching in, punching out, pay me. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works for any of them. Anybody presenting to you that that's how it works is full of shit. Oh, I got these spammers over here, man. What an idiot. All right, Robbie wants me to stop my class for him and talk about AMC. Let's do that, Robbie. We're going to do this just for you, okay? We'll stop me from teaching about stocks and we'll look at your stock for you, sir. Let's do that. All right, guys, this is for Robbie. Robbie wants to know about AMC. Since he doesn't want to learn the strategy so that he could answer his own question, I'll do it for him. Let's see. All right, Robbie. Since you're too lazy to buy the book or learn, I'm going to do it for you, sir. Right there was your last stage 2 breakout, you lazy bastard. Now watch. And then go buy the book, son, and you won't ever have to ask me this question again. You'll know exactly what to do from here on out. So that was your last breakout. At the previous high, I would have took some off. That's right there. Listen up, Robbie. Right there. All right? Are you listening? I would have sold some. That's your first sell some. Why? Because you've bought multiple times. Okay? You're gonna go multiple times in, and then you're gonna take it off in multiple times in logical order. So there's one lot. I used to call them lots, Robbie. And then now what do? Nothing. You let it go. When the RSI is extreme, sell some. When it appears to have stopped going, it's not going to drop instantly. That's not how it does it. It moves in stages. Look over here when it topped. Took a couple days. See that? 1 week of trading. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And then it dropped. Right? That's pretty fucking obvious at the top. You're going to get the same effect over here. If you follow charts and you stay inside the money flow, you're going to feel tops, see tops. RSI is going to be screaming. Price is going to stop going up. You'll take a little off. And what are you waiting for? Right there. When those moving averages realign, you're out. Now look, we could back it up and start what we just discussed right there, Robbie. So go buy the book, man. Stop asking questions. That's what you do on AMC. So what is AMC doing now? If we were to look at the money flow, you tell me, where's AMC? Is it in stage 1? No. Let's look at 2. Is it breaking out above the 20-day moving average? That green line, is it breaking above it? No. Well, it's not in stage 2. Does it appear to be going sideways? Yeah, looks like it. Where are the moving averages? Well, they're all pointing down. Is it? Well, histogram's ticking up. Stochastics is out. This is stage 1. Do you see why? Momentum is turning. Slow stochastics is breaking out. Price is building a box. Where's your target? Where it's been before. Right there. How do you know you're wrong on this? It breaks down. If it goes below here, that's a new stage 4 decline. Do you want to hold the stock? I don't know. Did you want to hold it over here? Looked like it would have been smart about here. Yeah, looked like it worked there too. So do you want to take it off? I mean, that's where you get down into the gray issues, man. This is where people get a disconnect with me. I've been doing it a long time. I'm cool with riding waves and ups and downs. I have all the intention in the world of buying it lower. I don't need to get completely out of it. You could. Nothing wrong with that. Call it. Fuck, I'm out. You're just waiting on the breakout and you're going to get back in. You place a stop, set your target, follow the rules for exiting out. Easy, man. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. Executing on that because of your life and the voices in your head and fucking news and your inability to manage money or to keep a job or to save or put money in your account. That's going to fuck you up. Not this stuff. This is for babies. I could show children how to do what we just planned the trade there with like children. Stop loss on half position here. Right? Target, put a limit order in for up here. Like that's easy. We just planned the trade. Go execute it. The hard part is everything else in the middle, man. That's the hard part. Let's see. Where's Uber? Uber broke down, right? We were playing a breakout. What has it done? It's fallen right back to where it was. And now it's holding it. Same situation as AMC. I wouldn't call that a perfect sideways, man. Look at the 5 and the 10. They're still pointing down. Even though price is sideways. I mean, this is over a week of trading on the exact same spot. So is this a stage 1? And now here's my reasoning. I don't want to commit capital to it right now if it's going lower. I'm not selling it. I want to buy more. So I want to be greedy. If it's coming down, good. Let's get it down here. You know, I don't want to just buy to buy. But if it's a stage 1 and I'm following the money flow and it's building a stage 1 before a breakout and a run, well, shit, I need to be buying, right? And so this is how I'm looking at it. Every day, everything in my thing is, where's the best place for this money? So one I took money off of yesterday, Peloton. I didn't get out of the position. I downsized it. Look, stage 1, stage 2 breakout, right? We ran it up. Where did it stop? Holy sheep shit. Right where it was before. Now watch. RSI, extreme to extreme. We're up. The stock's pushing toward true value. So if I go to tip ranks, let me tell you how I'm analyzing it. This is the quick and dirty, but this, I mean, it isn't just this. This is just, am I on the right track? I'm going to go do my own reading. I'm going to do my own, all that stuff. You need to do that. Peloton, average analyst has 134 on it. Maybe they're wrong. I'm just seeing, am I the only person thinking this? Or is there somebody else agree with me? That's 10% upside. All right. Money flow says previous high, 160. That's above where the analysts think it's worth. They think it's worth, what'd we say? 134. That's right there, dude. So people are thinking this is true value. The indicators are rolling over. Maybe I take a little bit of this and put it in some better opportunities. I'm not out. It's still undervalued a little. It's probably coming down, dude. So I'm down from 80 shares. Now I got 20. What am I going to do with this now? I'm giving a fuck. Just let it be, man. Down, up, whatever. Let's just wait and see what it does at this point, right? Same in Zoom. Where are we at on Zoom? I'm down to just a core. We got a chance to add down here. We got a chance to ride it up. RSI went extreme. What am I doing? I want to down take it. Now, What if when it did this whole little shebang here, it was extremely undervalued still? Maybe I don't take it off. Maybe I took a little off, but not as much. And what I'm really looking for is in a few months or a few weeks. Look how long that took, man. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. That was a 3-week down move, man. So it's not like you ain't got time to get it back on. This is 3 weeks. This ain't day trading. Like, you got 3 weeks to figure it back out again. What if it went a little lower? Shit, you had 2 months. You can come back to it, man. It's not all in, all out. It's just re-waiting, right? Where it had been before. It had been there before. Well, look at that. Isn't that fucking crazy? Look, it stopped right on the previous high. Is where it stopped on the pullback. Come on, man. So this might be breaking out. What do analysts think about Zoom? 14%. 421. 421 is right here. Where's the money flow say it could go? A little higher, So is that worth, I don't know, maybe you want to catch this little bump? I'd rather move that money to something I think has better upside. I'm going to keep my position in this. It might go down, might go up. I don't care. Matter of fact, I'm more likely to get involved if it goes down than if it goes up. If it goes up, I'll just hold it and let it keep going. See what I'm saying? Now, at some point, you might decide, man, I got to cut something. If you get too many winners, let's take Pinterest. I've been holding this one for a long time. Just trading around it, man. Look, it's breaking out. Here's why I haven't really jumped on adding to this, and it could be a mistake. I mean, look, man, it's got a lot of overhead here. What's the average price on pins? $85, 14%. I mean, I want to keep waiting. Do I want to put a bunch of money in it? I mean, I wouldn't be mad at you. I'd like to get more than 14%. You get what I'm saying? It's a pristine stock. It's a good company. I don't know, man. It's breaking out. We're seeing it right there. Crossover happening. I'm sure we could get to 82. Do we get up into the 86 range? I don't know, man. My only concern, this is when I'm looking at each position, I'm going through this shit in my head every night, every day. You see me looking at a whiteboard. I'm like, all right, I got money in pens. Am I in a core position, or would I call this an oversized trade style position? Do I want to commit more money to this, or to say DraftKings that's breaking out today? DraftKings were our targets. Probably in there. And then 72, right? So $5 move, another $5, another $10. So what do they think on DraftKings? Only got so much money, right? 34% upside. So DraftKings has more upside than pins, more upside than, what was he on? Peloton, right? Technically, the charts look good on pins and Peloton. I mean, Peloton looks like it's about to roll over, but pins looks pretty strong. But I've got this DraftKings breaking out too. So if I got to choose between the two, I'd probably pick DraftKings with new money. Now, in a perfect world, I just buy them all. But I can't do that. Unlike Kathy Woods, guys, I don't have an unlimited flow of fucking money coming in. Unlike Warren Buffett, where people are just handing you money constantly. That's a big difference, right? So if you see a real estate investor, a guy on YouTube, and you're out here buying for yourself. You buy these stocks yourself with your money. Shit, if I gave you $2,000 a day, you could just buy. Like you would just be buying all the ones and twos, right? Well, that's the people that sometimes you compare yourself to. Like Grant Cardone ain't using his own money. People are giving him money. Well, damn, if you gave me money, it'd be easy to buy real estate too. Like, it ain't complicated when people are giving you money. It's a little bit harder when it's your own money and you're having to pick and choose and decide, right? And so that part goes into that analysis, you know. Then I start looking a little deeper. You know, what sector are we in? You know, what could bang this up? Is there something we're not seeing? Maybe this isn't a real opportunity, you know. Maybe it's not. Hey, Robbie's buying a book, bro. I apologize for picking on you. Let's see. What else was on my list? Oh, we got to talk about China, man. You guys trying to make me feel bad. Oh, Gerald put us in China and now we're getting hurt. He's a bad, bad man. So I started trying to, as usual, I'm early a lot. I happen to be early a lot. If you remember when we started buying oil, I was like, man, oil's cheap. And then it went cheaper. Then it went to zero. I didn't know it would go to zero. I didn't know that was possible. We started trying to play the yen here. You see why, right? So if we're looking at the money flow chart. So it's important to talk about when it doesn't work. So whenever you step in and you're trying to buy a stage one, you say, Gerald, what's a stage one? Let me show you real clear. Look at Budweiser. This is a stage one. Now, if in the money flow book, I don't really teach buying these. I don't teach this. What do I teach in there? I mean, what the focus of the book is the breakout. Right? When price does this. What I found out along the way trading, and that was a pure swing trading strategy. It breaks. I put my stop first at the stage one. As the trade played out, I would move the stop, and I had various things along the way where I would change. And as long as it would ride, I would move the stop, and we would just play this game all the way until it finally broke. And then I'd get out or go short. And you can do that. You can take the money flow and do all of that shit, right? Yeah, like my man just said, the 5-day crossing. I talk about that in the book. You don't have to wait on that if you know what you're doing. If you're watching it, and that first book, it's hard for me to go into everything because it's hard to teach this pattern here. Price doing this pattern is the indicator. The 20 is just trying to help you see this. The MACD is trying to help you see this. The chess trying to help you see this. They aren't there to keep you out. They're there to help you see deeper. It's price. So if we can see a pattern of price accumulation going sideways and then it breaks out and moves higher, it moves up, that's confirming the two. For an absolute fact, it has happened, and now you're in a stage two, is that 5-day crossing. But if you're in the money flow and it's something you're following all the time, not like you just found it yesterday, you're following it all the time, you know what's happening. It's fucking breaking out, right? It's trying to make a move there. You got to get in. And then look, you can't let that bump you out. It dipped below the 20. Like sometimes when I show people the 20-day and the 5-day, they all of a sudden take these and use it to kind of beat themselves up in their trading. And it's just, these things are to put a scope on price. Like if you're out hunting with an open sight, you can shoot. I don't need indicators. Take them off. You can see the fucking pattern of price moving, right? Like if you move them, you can see stage 4 decline, stage 1 sideways. Like you can see it. And so the moving averages are there to like just put a scope on it, man, to help you. Like if you're looking at it and the moving averages have crossed, guess what? It's in an uptrend. But you probably could have caught it 2 days before that because price is breaking out above. Look, you got an entire week where it has stopped right on an extreme with an obvious target right here. This is Budweiser. One extreme to another. So it has gone through a perfect stage 4 decline. Now, one guy may see this and go, oh, I don't like that. Really? I do. That's the only way to catch these, dummy. Like, it's got to come down. So when I meet a guy and they're talking to me like, oh, it came down. All right, well, you're too stupid maybe to trade stocks. Prices go up, prices come down. Like, maybe you have to have that conversation with yourself. Go look in the mirror and go, wow, they were doing the stock market before I got here. Oil's been going up and down since before I got here. Mortgage REITs, all these things you see, all growth stocks, penny stocks, biotechs, they were here before me. And guess what? They've done a bazillion stage 4 declines. So what expectation do you have that you won't go through these? And so once you begin to look at it like that, you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to go through these ups and downs. Are you saying that I could compound my wealth by understanding the downs, not fearing the downs, and looking to capitalize on the stage 1s? Meaning I would have an edge because when other people were scared, it was just a fucking pattern. It's just a stage 4 decline. It's not going to stay that way forever. And so if I have that fundamental belief, doesn't that give me an actual edge? Not some made up edge, but a real edge. Yeah. Come on, man. An actual edge. But that requires another level of thinking. Listen, when Budweiser came to right here, I swear, I promise you, when Budweiser was sitting on this day right here, it is so easy right now to look back and go, oh, I wish I would have bought then. I promise you, you would have been a little bitch and not wanted to buy. Why? Because people are that way today. I'm showing them these stocks in this pattern. They're like, oh, I don't know, man. Oh, it's going straight down. I don't feel like it there. And then over here, they're like all full of courage. I knew I should have bought more down there. I knew I should have bought it. That thing was undervalued. I'm telling you, this is the game people play in their head. I can tell by the comments and the shit they send me. Nobody likes this stock. That's funny because the best time to own it was when nobody liked it. And now it's up here. And the guy that bought it up here is hating this stock. And when it runs to here, it was his opportunity. And this game will play out long after you're gone and you quit. It'll keep playing. And guess who wins? Buffett, Kathy Woods. They just sit in here. You don't ever see them. They just sit in here waiting, taking money, buying shit on sale, taking some off when it runs up. What? Playing that game, man. You don't think they get messed up? You don't think Buffett, you think he felt good selling Delta at the bottom, puking it out? Why did he do that? Shit, let's take it back. He's so damn smart. I made 150%. Why did he sell it? He sold it right here. Where did he sell it? And he is way smarter than me. Like, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Why would he have sold it there? Same reason you sell shit there. The pause is for effect. Why would Buffett sell after this big down move? Just to watch it double. Where would I tell you to buy it? You already know where we bought it. If a guy had bought it here and sustained this massive loss, could he have got his money back? Do you see what I see? So, to my friend, if you're on here, and I don't know, I'm not picking on you, but when you text me this morning, what should I do to prepare for a sell-off? Get some trading skills? Get out of debt? so that when this happens, you have some money? Get your shit together at home? Like, it ain't nothing to do with a chart, man. Like, preparing for a crash is stupid. If you get your life together, when the crash happens, it'll just be a normal day for you. That's too deep, though. We went a little too deep. We didn't want to do that. Like, oh, I thought we could buy the condor spread of the whatchamacallit. No, that's not it. You don't. So this is Delta now. What is Delta doing? So let's see. If the guy had trading skills and his stock fell 60%, could he, I don't know, pick up some more, take it down, pick up some more, take it down, right? Could he do this? Wait, we got a solid sideways going. Maybe he picked up some more. No taking it down, right? It came, oh, so here we come. What are we doing? Picked up some more. And then if it rips up, what? Take it down. So you're telling me, Joe, if you were patient and waited and played all the cycles and just stuck with your, yeah, in virtually any stock that we pull up. Let's go back and look. What about space? Could we have done this in space? Is there any way we could have known that the top was in, Gerald? Yes. It's always the same, man. Let's see. Can we see money flow patterns? Like, we really literally sold the tops on these, man. Literally. You know that. Previous high. Bam, bam. RSI screaming. What did we do? Sideways is obvious. What I say, hey, take off all that you don't want to ride down. Why? Because you're going down. You're going down. This is a big-ass stage 2 move. This is literally out of the book. Like, literally out of the book. How could I have written a book 5 years ago and that this exact pattern, you tell me, I'm a nobody from a little bitty shitty town in Texas. How did I find this? And then today, fast forward, space does exactly this. How does that happen? Now, I've put 1 million people onto this who knew all about stocks and didn't know this. I've never met anyone who taught this. It didn't get it from me. They may have a variant of it, but not the money flow. Not price breaking above the 20-day moving average coming out of a box, a zone of accumulation is just signal for a stage 2 climb. A rise. I've never heard that. I got 400 books. Not one of them talks about this. Not fucking one. There's ones that talk about the 4 stages of price movement. Nate. Bro, I'm about to kick your ass out of this live. Shut the fuck up and listen. So this came to you from God, man. Because I don't know who else put it in my head. This came to me on a blackjack table. I kid you not. All this stuff you see, I got the moving averages, the way I use them, the way they're arranged from a guy named Brian Shanahan, right? RSI, and the MACD, the way I use them, I got from Dr. Elder, right? And Richard Wyckoff was big. Remember the Wyckoff pattern scaring all the Bitcoiners? Fucking don't even know what that is. That's like them quoting Benjamin Franklin, like they're friends of his. The Wyckoff pattern is so fucking complicated. None of those idiots on YouTube know how to use it, man. Don't listen to that. They're too stupid to run that strategy. Seriously, go look at it. It's like trying to run Elliott Wave. Go read a book on Elliott Waves and come back to me and explain it to me. I dare you. Seriously, go get on Amazon tonight and order a book by the guy that created Elliott Waves and let me know what you think. Or the Wyckoff pattern. But one thing I did get from reading his incredibly complicated book was accumulation, distribution, uptrends, downtrends. People call them different things. And as I'm sitting there playing, all this comes together. And I realize, holy shit, I've been seeing this on charts the whole time, man. Now, does that mean I know what's going? No, I just saw this pattern. And it dawned, I said, okay, if I try to buy when the moving averages are on this side, you're making the riskiest buy you can possibly make. This is you trying to buy the bottom. It doesn't change directions until price goes above the 20. So when I was going to put my book out, I said, well, I'm afraid to teach people the stage one, because the stage one is the riskiest buy. If you're buying here, you're buying against the move, man. You're buying against the trend. The trend is to the downside, but you will make the most money if you catch them. But what happens if it goes down again? So if you ever see me doing stage one buys, I assure you I have no stop losses. What do I do instead of a stop loss? Don't buy so much. Like, I mean, damn. Just understand what's happening. It might go down. When you're buying on this side of the green line, you're buying risk, but you're trying to buy the absolute bottom. There's day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need at least 4 bars for a box. I'd like to see price above the 5-day moving average. There's my buy bar if you're following the money flow. Is that the bottom? Pretty fucking close. But so was this one. Right? And so was this one. You got it in you to handle this? The only way I'm going to handle that if I think it's worth more. And then look at the reward. But in order to get there, this one was at risk. It went down a little. All right, good. I know. I mean, I could show you chart after chart, fucking chart after chart. And I still have people, they can't fucking take this. This is what kills them, man. And so they don't get to do this. And if you're back up and your picture's bigger and bigger and bigger, man, you can crush anyone trading. But guess what? You might run afoul, man. You might have positions that run afoul for a minute. They start heading down because you're on the wrong side of it. If you have the ability to move in and out, you're like, boom, I'm going to get back in later. I bet you don't. I bet you put that money in a different stock. I bet you don't get back in, and I bet you don't have as much, and I bet your position isn't as big if you didn't do it my way, but you got in and out. I guarantee you don't have as much. So let's say Bitcoin runs to 85,000. You think the people that got out at 50 because they couldn't take it are going to make as much as if they had just accumulated on stage ones? I have $1,000 says no. They will make very little. This is the reason people don't make money in mutual funds. They move in when the fund's doing good, and they move out when the fund's doing bad, and it should be the exact fucking opposite. So if a trader like me got on a bad streak, that's when you should join the money flow. You know when I sell books? When the market is hot and they're just giving us money. I sell books. When it turns shitty, nobody wants to look at it. That's when you should be looking at it. It's the exact opposite, man. Let me get about 9 stocks in a row wrong. That's when you should get excited. That happens, man. You're going to go through, you just shit your butt. We'll get out of psych, or you're early, like with oil or with the yen, like we got with FXI. Got in a little early. Why? Taking shit, trying to buy below the thing. It went to run, and look what it did. Could not get above previous high each time. See it? Couldn't do it. But each time it comes back, my thesis is the same, right? Comes right back to previous, and then what? We just get bitch slapped. I'm already adding on a downtrend. Look, I'm adding on the wrong side of the moving averages. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to catch a stage one. Now you go turn on CNBC and be like, oh shit, Kathy Woods moved out. I don't see that anywhere on here. Let's see. Maybe there's one that says, yeah, oh, there it is, number 7. If Kathy Woods sells it, I should too. I forgot that one. That's not there, by the way. If you sold this because she did, please don't speak to me, okay? Don't tell me. Just ignore me for a while. Don't talk to me, okay? If you ever listen to CNBC and sell a stock because of something they hear, just assume I don't want to talk to you, okay? It's like when your kid knows they fucked up, just be that person. Just don't talk to me. It's contagious. This is why I don't take like negative people and the crashes and all that. I don't do it, man. It's fucking, no one who thinks like that prospers. The only thing that prospers is thinking opportunity. There's no doom and gloom, because any doom is prosperity. Any down move is a good chance to get in. So any crash or any of that kind of shit, like, oh, I'm going to do it to bullshit. Bullshit. You don't even have enough money to protect, man. What are you sitting on, 20 billion? Well, I got 35,000 in them. You need crashes, man. You got 35,000. That's not shit. You want it to go to 15 so you can put more in, and then it goes to fucking 30, and then you put more in, and it runs up to 120, and then it falls to 80, and you put more in, and then it runs to 150, and it falls down. That's how it goes, man. How do you think it's been going for me for 21 years? As I put money in, buy stocks, trade, like it just does this. You know, you go up, and then mark comes down, and then you start putting more in, and then it runs up, and then the market, and this pattern plays out, and my balance goes higher and lower and higher and lower, and over time it just creeps higher and higher and higher. It's not an equal distribution, man. There's none of this, well, I'm going to make so much a month. If you talk like, you're stupid, dude. There's no such thing. Volatility is unknowable. So nobody can show you how to make a certain amount of money. The moment you see them, it says, any tagline says this, $100 a day, blah, blah, blah. Forex is full of this dumb shit. You're talking to an idiot. If you believe it, yeah, they got you. I mean, I don't know what else to say. There's no such thing, man. You think if a guy could make $100 a day, he would talk to you? If he could do that every day, you can add fucking zeros. $1 million a day. It's just stocks. Instead of clicking 10, buy 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 shares. I got a friend that trades on Wall Street. They buy 100,000 shares. So if a guy has a way of doing that, why isn't he doing that? Because he's full of shit. It's not how it works, man. Warren Buffett got so rich because they keep giving him money. And he buys more and more and compounds it. And he's using his strategy to accumulate more and more and more. ARK funds too. Same thing, man. They keep giving her money. She buys more. She just buys more and more Peloton. Where do you think the money's coming from? They don't get dividends. More people. Look, this stock is breaking out. So if you bought it up here, let's just say you were a complete dumbass and bought it right here, where I would have told you not to buy it. No, never buy when it's on green, right? And then this happens. Should you sell it? No. Maybe buy the stage ones, right? Buy all of them. And when it runs, you say, but I'm still underwater. RSI doesn't care. Look. Isn't that the pattern? Extreme low, extreme high, completed swing trade. It doesn't care you're underwater. It doesn't care that you bought it over here. Remember when the RSI went green here? It went down. When the RSI went green here, it went down. That's what it does. Which stock is this? PLTR. Look how I said that so nice. This is stage one. This is a buy. If you were swing trading, your target's right here. And then you let the rest run until where's the next target? Right up in here. Is this company, this is a buy, by the way. I may buy some right now while we're talking. Here's the dilemma, baby. They got a $22 target on it. Analysts don't like it. Except Goldman Sachs does. That's all we need to hear, man. Goldman's on our side. So if the analysts don't like this, what do you do? See how nice I was nice to that guy, man. Oh boy, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful chart, man. God, this is traded so perfect. Look at this. So if you're short-terming, man, this is where you're taking money off, man. You're taking it off on these extremes and looking to what? Put it back on. And then in the meantime, put that on something. Now, can you get caught, twisted, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, go the opposite? Yeah, you can. You just keep playing. You keep waiting. You say, well, I don't have any money to put in. All right. Maybe you're sitting on something that's got little gains. I had to make that call with Peloton. And you say, Gerald, but it's a stage 2. I know. I bought a bunch down here. It's moved up. We're at previous high. It's only 15% from true value, and it could be rolling over. So why don't I take this money and move it to something like PTLR if I think this has some good upside, right? Or maybe an oil stock. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I go find other things in my portfolio that the balance is less that I think has more upside. So I would take it from the ones that I've made money in. You could hold a position, you go trim 2 or 3, and then you push it. And you just buy a little. And you just keep playing this fucking chess game. You move a pawn, next day you move a pawn, next day you rook goes way to the right, right? And you're just playing chess with this, man. I don't know, man. I just went too deep, man. I went too deep. Let's see. All right, let's get back to it. Let me look at Ethereum and we'll get out of here. I feel like I just went to a too far a level. All right. We've had some fakes on this one, man. If I was trading this, there's your breakout. I'm not buying up in here. I'm buying there. There's your breakout. And a guy yesterday, think I should buy it here? It's like, damn, bro, why are you asking me this? You should have bought right here. Now you're asking me, is it okay to buy when you're fucking late? You're a week late. What were you doing last week? So if you're going to trade this shit, be on it. Don't wait for it to run and then go, you think I should buy some? No, I think you should go get a stock that hasn't broke out yet and do the fucking work and ease in and buy them. I think you shouldn't chase shit. I think you should do the work. Like, you should have been buying here and then it pulled back. What are you going to do? Look where it stopped, right where it was before. Turn right around. There's your stage 1 signal. There's your breakout, man. Don't ask me, should I buy a stock late? Is there a section in the book called buying stocks late? No. And to me, that's late. Could you? Yes. But look, you're buying it 4 days late. So that's a risk. So if it pulls back into here, I would rather, if I'm already in this, I'm going to wait and see if it pulls in some. Again, though, this is Ethereum, so shit, it could run to 44 like that, right? But I'm talking about as a stock. This is how I want you on it. So if you're watching Uber with me, right? We're watching Uber. Man, we got to watch this every day, man. Yeah, I would buy some here. DraftKings. Like, we got to watch this every day, man. No more days going by you're not looking at Uber, man. Like, be on this. What's the target? And I'm not saying put all your damn money in Uber. When I get onto a stock that I really, 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 really like, I get people that go way overboard. Like, don't do that. It's one position, okay? Nothing wrong with waiting it a little bit because you got a lot of conviction. If you go look at ARK funds, her largest position is 10% of her account or 11%, whatever it is, and it was what? Tesla. I think now it's 5% is Bitcoin. So I don't want to put 50% of my money in this stock, right? I want to have like 10. I think I'm right at 9 or 8 or 9%. Or 6. I'll find out today. Yeah, I'm in open and that sucks. I'm kidding. It does suck though. Yeah, I'm in open. Now, let's just play make-believe with me for just a second. Let's pretend like we drifted far, far away in a world that Gerald had control of. And let's say that in this world that I have control of, where I'm all-knowing, I could tell stock prices. And there was like a genie, and you just type it in, and it goes $28. Now, this is not the only, this is just the dirty, I call it. I call this doing the dirty. Which is a little quickie. What is it? Oh, it's $86 or 86%. I still need to come back and look on this, okay? I still need to look around. I need to go to the website. Dude, I bet you own stocks you've never even been to their website. Shit, call them on the phone, see if they answer. Call them up, fuck with them. Yeah, I mean, I use Uber, and I talk to the Uber drivers like I own the place. I'm like, yeah, I always tell every Uber driver, I own stock in this, man. Don't be fucking it up. I ask them, do you own any stock in this? And they say, no. I'm like, are you serious? Think about this. What if I'm right and Uber goes to $70? What if you went and just drove for Uber, and all of the money that you drove for Uber, you literally just bought Uber stock? You drove 2 days a week, and all that money just went into Uber stock. You immediately transferred it to Cash App, where you purchased Uber stock. You did that fucking 2-3 times a week. Month in, month out, for about a year. You'd probably get, what, 50, 60, 70? I don't know. How much money do you think you'd get in Uber stock 3 days a week just buying? All the money went to Uber stock. You paid for gas out of your own money. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yeah, this is a big breakout out of Open. Open, analysts think it's worth $28. That's up in here. Now, to repeat what I just said, yeah, guys always ask me, Gerald, what should I do for money? I said, go drive for Uber and put it all in Uber stock. Stay at mom's house. Drive fucking all day. Drive 12 fucking hours a day, and then go borrow your sister's car and drive that, and get someone else to buy your food, live rent-free, and put every fucking dollar for the next year and just buy all the Uber you can possibly buy. Get like $200,000 worth, and then go get a normal job. Like normal people. Why not? I had a kid ask me that. I was like, well, how much money is dad giving you? And he told me the number. I was like, well, I would just put all that in, like, and then I'd just go work, and for 5 years, instead of going, I would just buy the shit out of this stuff, man. And then I'd go get a job. Same thing with real estate, man. If you don't have anything holding you down, why wouldn't you be all in? I mean, I don't know, man. So that's a long move. That's going to take a long time. So if this breaks out and runs up at about right in here, it's going to hit a 70 RSI and the 200-day moving average. Now, what if you say right here, but Gerald, I'm still underwater. RSI doesn't give a shit. If you don't take some off, you run the risk of it pulling back, coming back here to 18. So you got 2 months of downtime when you could just take some off and push it to another stock that's doing this. And over time, because you see the big picture, right? If you got the cup, you got to have the cup, moneyflowmerch.com. See the big picture. We realize this game, to get to true value, we may go through 6 of these money flow patterns. Oh, you thought it was just going to go from here to there? So, can you trade your way out of a stock? Yeah. Like, unless it just dies. If it goes to stock heaven, you can't do it. I mean, look at GE. GE's a shitty company. Let's back it up. But, I mean, you have plenty of opportunity to trade yourself out of any problems, right? That's crazy. That's a weekly chart, dude. That's like a year and a half. So in a year and a half, it dropped by 50% and then went up 100%. Right back to where it was. Look where it stopped. Come on, man. It's not from God, you're telling me. You really think that? It just happens to be all-knowing, but it's not from God. Look where it stopped. This on a weekly. Look at the RSI. Right at the highs. One extreme, to the next. It's on the weekly chart, man. So if you back up and look at that, I mean, stage 2 breakout. There's your target if you're swing trading this. These were the kinds of my swing trading days that I like to trade. Oh, okay, Stone Live. Let's stop for you, bro. Let's look at Clove. Let's stop the class and look at Clove. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was holding you up. Let's see. So everything we just talked about, if we're going to stop the class for him. Let's see. All right, Stone, we're going to stop the class for you. Everybody stop what you're doing and look at his stock. All right, so based on the whole fucking hour and a half that I've talked, it went sideways up, sideways down, and now we're going sideways. So if we're looking at this, and if you take your T-Rex arms and go by the book, so we see that pattern, right? Now this is a kangaroo top, but there's your sideways. And now we're down. And now we're moving sideways, it appears. I got the histogram moving in. Oof. Hasn't broke out yet. If it does, though, where's our next target? Right? Where did we sell some last time? Right there, if you remember. Remember? We bought stage 1. We got in on the breakout. We took some off. Took some off. Here we are now, stage 1. Oh, yawn. Now, this is one that I get a lot of people going, do you think it'll ever go back to the high? No, I think it never will. I think you're always going to be fucked. Like that. I mean, that's how I get asked these things. Do you think it'll ever? Because I was stupid and bought up here. Now, as we've just looked at 100 charts where you could have literally bought up here, and if you take trading skills, you can fix this problem over time. You could trade in, take some off, put some on, take some off. Even Stone could. So, do we have a box formulating here? Yes. The only thing I don't like, we're not at an extreme, but look, it didn't do it last time either. So, not unusual, right? He said you're always going to be fucked. All right, that was probably too far, man. I apologize on that. Yeah, I'd be a buyer here, man. I didn't buy any yesterday. I bought some Romo. I bought some other shitty stock. Man, I like the stocks, but they're just, they're shit land right now. But do I think they'll ever come back? Yes, I'm going to trade my way out of them. What the fuck you think I was going to do? Just eat it? Like, oh, I'm just going to eat it and sell it because I have no trading abilities. I'm going to move it to something else. Really? Or you could trade your way out of it. I don't know. That's an option. And when you get up, that's a 70 RSI, let me let you guys in on something. I'll probably trim a little, even if I'm down. And I'll let it run. Why? Because that's the strategy, man. It's not the strategy to sell it for a big fucking loss, is it? So what I don't ever understand is people will sell it for a loss, but then when I say, hey, sell it after a big move up so you have way less of a loss, they're like, well, I'm still down. I know. That's the pattern, though, man. It goes... Now, you don't have to, but if you need money because you see other trades breaking out, there you go. There's your money. You peel some off, you let that come in, and you put it on the other stocks, right? So what do we got breaking out? We got open breaking out. We got this. I mean, it's about ready to rip. Look at that box, right back in the box. You better go buy my book, son. I will come to your house. Let's see. What else have we got, man? Solo's been sucking ass. Let's see. Oof. Same. All these have the same setup, man. So if you remember coming into the week, I think I put it on here. Let's back this up for a second. I think I said it. Did I say it? Markets are on fire, minus penny stocks, biotechs, and mini growth stocks. They've remained under pressure. Those are the most exciting opportunities right now. The large cap stocks that make up the indexes are pushing the averages higher. What does that mean? Hopefully it means undervalued speculation plays will soon play catch up. It's almost like I've done this before. I know you were too busy to read that, but what are we seeing happening? It's almost like I've done this before. Like when you were in 6th grade, I was still doing this. And sometimes shit goes down. So what am I going to do on the yen? Am I going to eat a fucking loss, or am I going to trade my way out of this and make money? I'm going to trade my way out of this and make money, man. I'm not taking on an index fund that's not going to zero, that's coming back. Come on, man. You want to be on the other side of fear, man. The moment that shit went red, I'm excited now. All right, cool. We're on to something now. Let's get it. And you say, well, but I'm underwater. And just like it can go up and you can come down. Like, okay. What does that mean? Let's see. Look at Airbnb, man. Been buying this one. But let me take you back to last Sunday as I sit in my house alone with a beer. Only friends I have are stock charts. And I look at them and I think, wow, the markets are on fire. Look, that's open. That's a tech stock. But I go look at the QQQ and that thing is on fire. RSI pegging 70. We're going back last weekend where I'm sitting alone all by myself looking at a chart. And I look at all of them, all the big ones, Bitcoin, the Dow, bonds, S&P, and I go, that's funny. All my biotechs, penny stocks, mini growth stocks are still in the shitter. And yet the indexes are higher. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means I need to make note of that. Look. So where are my buying opportunities if I'm thinking long term? If I'm thinking getting rich next year or the year after? What am I looking at? The stuff nobody wants to own, man. The stuff doing good I don't care about, right? Like, I've been in Starbucks and all that shit. Why? Because I was buying them when people didn't want to buy them. I got plenty of them. Let them run. This is not a play. What are we going to buy here? It's overvalued, man. Right? So what am I looking at? Gold, Bitcoin, penny stocks. But what if that takes... Oh, that's going to take time, man. New swing trades in what? Airbnb and SO. What was going on with SO? It was breaking out, man. Pulling back today because growth stocks are moving up. This was a little bit of a hedge. What does that tell us? If our high risk plays are down, I know you go through this with your wife or husband. You're like, hey, sit down, let me explain something to you. Right now, the indexes are looking good, but only about 50 stocks make up the index. I own a bunch of stocks that aren't in the index. Therefore, those stocks aren't going up. Why? And you think, because those are the riskier stocks. Wait, so we're saying that risk was taken off the table and it went into the obvious stocks, baby. You know them, Apple, Google, Microsoft, right? You know those companies. And your wife says, I know, baby, I've been watching that too. I also noticed that utility stocks started breaking out. Why would utility stocks break out and not growth stocks? And yet the index is high. And your wife says, I know. I was wondering the same thing. I think we should downsize our bond exposure because I've noticed the RSI. Your wife talks to you like this, right? If your girlfriend doesn't, maybe you need a new one. So XLU, right? Where are we hitting though? Previous high. Did she tell you that? Did your husband tell you that? Probably not. Did anybody tell you that? What kind of people are you around, man? I actually have friends that call me on the phone and say, hey, Gerald, what are we doing with these utilities, man? They're banging up against previous highs. We think they're going to break through. I bet you didn't have a friend one call you and tell you that. Not one. Maybe me, if you read my newsletter. Maybe me. I'm probably the only person on planet Earth talking to you about bonds, utility stocks. Let's see. Where are we at on the bond play here? Now, I've been downsizing it, right? So when you guys were in bed, she's like, baby, I noticed the bonds have been hitting that high RSI right at the 200, and your target was the 200. You're writing about it in your new book. And that you've been buying all the stage ones, the breakouts, with the target of the 200. Now you're hitting it. But look, what if you started it here? Could you have ever recovered from this big, such a terrible fall where the bonds totally collapsed? And this is where everyone, they were saying, we're all out of bonds. Nobody wants to own bonds again. There's no place like home. How could you have ever recovered from this if you were in this? What if that was a position of yours, man? What if you bought the breakout there and then you held it? Could you have ever recovered? Would you have ever gotten your money back? Well, let's see. I'm thinking if you'd have put a little bit on these stage ones, you'd have got your money back. Plus, you'd have made money on the ones you put on. Right? Might depend on how aggressive you got with the position. My point, that was bond shit. We can look at any stock you want to look at. We can look at any index you want to look at. If you got trading skills and you're down, you can trade your way back, man. Man. Here's a question from Patrick. Do you still put money in the market that you get from working, or do you just use the money you gain from the stock market? I put money in the stock market every day. I'm trying to get rich. If you can make money in the market and put money in the market, now you got more money in the market, which allows you to make more money in the market. Right? So no, I'm not at a spot where I'm comfortable. I would like more than $1 million. Seems like if I put money in, I can get to 2 million faster. Let me show you a trick, man. I know you guys thinking, oh, I'm just going to get it and I'm going to trade it and then I'm going to do that. What are you talking about, man? Why the fuck you think Warren Buffett keeps buying stocks? He's trying to get richer. He wasn't happy with $1 billion. He wanted 90 billion. There is no day where you're like, I'm just not putting any more in. You're never going to be that rich, man. Now, you might be forced to start taking money out. I ain't never met a man that had a couple $1 million in the stock market that said, man, I hope I can't put no more money in the stock market. I hope I don't put no more in. I'm just going to use this money. No, he uses that money, makes money, and then he wants to put money in. It's kind of like saying, if you got 20 houses, I mean, do you just use houses to buy more houses? Of course, absolutely. But what if you made 50 grand bonus at work and you got it, pay it, it's in your checking account? Guy like me, I'm going to go buy some stocks in the house. Like, I'm going to keep doing it, man. I just, I don't know. But it's a good question. I think you're a long ways from doing that, sir. I would be putting money in every day. Even if it was just a little bit. Just every day, man. I'd be, if you can. Depending on how you make your money. I pull money out of my trading account from time to time. I've bought, the last 4 cars that I've bought was from my trading account. Yeah, this stock is fucking horrible. I'm in it. This is very common. Broken family. So let me show you something so you'll believe me on this. When you wake up in the morning and you see this and you go, oh my God, I could get in this. Don't get in this at all. When a stock drops that big, just wait. Yeah, you might miss 1 or 2, but I promise you, just wait. This is a broken family. This will never go up until these come together, which first happened right there. Now I can show you chart after chart after fucking chart. I didn't make this up. It came from God. This is a broken family. I can show you chart after chart, hundreds of charts, and people will still fight me on this. Oh, I got to get some right here, man. Look how far. No, you don't. You need 4 bars to make a box, and you need to really be going above the 5 day. The 5 days pointing straight down. It can't even get above the 5, dude. There is no rush in here, man. Down, 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 down. Are we buying? No. Down, down. No. There. The literal bottom. What does it do? Breaks out above the 5. And now you could draw a box that day. Well, see, it's still technically not a box, but at least you're breaking up above the 5 and the moving averages are moving together. So it don't matter what chart it is. When you get a big ass move like that and these moving averages are broken, there is no rush. Let me show you another one. I mean, 0, dude. 0. IMVT. Massive drop. Doesn't look that big anymore. But at the time, it was huge on this chart. Broken. Any rush? No. You shouldn't even be considering this shit till it breaks above the 5. Look, it just goes down, 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 down. And that first day is there. And now what? Yeah, you could have started a position, man. And look. Look how long it went. It went nowhere. Whenever you get these stocks that are fucking destroyed, it takes a long time to get them going. Your money is locked up, dude. Look at Viacom. Look how long this has just been. But it's kind of gone up, sort of. But look at this. Look how long this has done nothing. And you can just look at chart after chart after chart of this, man. So what do you do with this? Nothing. Just wait. Buy a couple shares. Wait a little while. Buy some shares. Now, this one's tried to run a couple times, so I've been building it. At some point, this is going to run. And what do they think it's worth? At some point, it's going to run. And the further that goes, the more likely it is it's going to break, man. $49. I mean, that's 20%. I guess that ain't bad. Dude, that's previous high right here. I'd make that target $47 on this. I like it. Let's see, IRTC. And there's nothing wrong with those. I'm not saying you got to sell them. I'm just be aware of that. And then you won't be like, what's going on with this stock? You know what's going on with stock. I just told you. Like, oof. Yeah, dude, look. They did it over here. Kind of started to come in and then just, I hate this one, man. It did it again and then a fucking again. I don't know, man. Damn. I mean, I said it. You should be able to trade your way out of it. God, that's an ugly one. Let's see. They got an $81 target on it. Look at the analyst, though. Hold, hold, hold. And then we get this dude down here. She's got to buy. Oh, Kaylee. What's up, Kaylee? Got a buy signal. That one hurt. What do we do here, man? I mean, it's breaking out. It's a stage 1. It looks like it's breaking out of the box. Oh. Maybe you just let it prove itself. Yeah, Discover's the same pattern. I don't even have to look at it, I bet. Weren't they tied up in that whole fiasco with Billy Boy, the trader? Yeah, this one hasn't recovered, though. Look at this level, though. This is on Discover. This is interesting. Look at this. Stopped. Wow. $28. I got to assume this thing. So I'm thinking your target's 30, right? Surely we can get back to the 200. Damn. I mean, come on. Let's look that one up. DISCA. Oh, shit. All right. $44, huh? Man, I had to go do some reading. All right, these upgrades, RBC Capital, these upgrades were all last month. Man, I might take a shot at this one if you got the money, man. Good one, Mark. Is it Mark? Yeah, look at Mark coming in like a stock analyst or something. And they got 40 something on it. I mean, they're saying up here, so your target is right here. I like it. And if it scares you, you could put a stop right here. If you're scared, you could put a stop right there. In case it comes to 25 before it goes to 36. I like it, man. Tdoc back in the box. We should have banged that at the open. That's just not my style, but a lot of people do it. If you believe in the stock, nothing, man. I mean, you know, look where Tdoc opened. I was like, damn, right back in the box. That is crazy bullish, man. That's the most bullish signal in trading. Do not let the fact that it just went up 10% keep you from that if you got the money. Meaning what we just witnessed tells us, like, this is probably the bottom on this. Somebody stepped in and bought the shit out of this and brought it up, man. So if I would have done that, I didn't. I owned it already. That guy should be looking around here for his target. And he just went from 135. He's going for 170. And that's an easy play, man. I'd be adding to it now. Oh, you're down big in it, huh? When did you buy it, bro? Did Caterpillar do the same thing? I'm not in Caterpillar, so I haven't been watching it. I keep feeling like it's overpriced. Yeah, breakout. You think Kathy stepped in? Probably did. She's like, fuck China, I'm buying Tdoc. She's got all this money. It probably was her. Yeah. Sophie's a stage 1. It's right on the... Here's what you got to ask. When you're looking at this stock, this is when you make this decision. This is your support zone. If this breaks, the money flow says it goes to the previous low. Actually, it's the high. Same zone, right? So if this 15 breaks, it's going to 13. So what you got to ask yourself is how you want to handle this. Now, what's the target on it? I'd say $23. Is it worth $23 is the question. I put in the wrong one. They got 27 bucks on it, man. So this is like ramping. Yeah, if you didn't own it, this is a good spot to get in it. If you did own it, let's say you bought it a little higher, this is your chance now to put on. You see what I'm talking about versus like, okay, well, I'm down a little bit, so I'm going to buy some. All right. You could do that. Or you could just wait for this fucking pattern to set up and then allocate your money at what appears to be a bottom that makes sense. Now we found a previous low, prices moving sideways. See how that's a more structured way? But ultimately, if it goes to what they said, if you buying some here and here, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to I'm playing chess, man. I want to move the rook out when it's a good time for the rook to move, man. Not just throw the rook out there and see what happens, right? So if I'm thinking playing chess, there's strategy. So that's what I'm looking at. CLSK is pissing me off, man. That's what I'm in. I haven't added to it, if you haven't noticed. But it coming back today is looking good. Yeah, I'm underwater on this. I like the company. I like the idea. I like what they're doing. I like the fact we're below the 200. I like it, everything about it, other than it just keeps going down. But what do we do? Shit. At some point, I just leave it be, man. Let it get back in the cycle. Maybe it's back in now. It looks like a tradable bottom, but I would have said the last one was too. I would have figured a Bitcoin bump too, and it's not doing it. That concerns me. I mean, with Bitcoin flying, and it still isn't moving, it's like, damn. I mean, it couldn't get going when Bitcoin went straight up, so I'm a little confused. So again, fundamentals, I mean, it's not negative news on the company. I'm just like, why is this not going up, man? Like, it should be up right now. Walgreens, WBA. Yeah, man. This is a dog of a Dow. So if you're doing my dogs of the Dow strategy, not mine, I didn't invent it, but I talk about it a lot. This is when you start adding to Walgreens, right? And then if it runs up, if you're doing the dogs, and when it runs up and gets a little overbought, you could take a little off. Plus you're putting money into your account, right? And you're looking to buy the ones and maybe downsize the higher ones if you want. You don't have to, but you could, right? And that's how you're going to move that money. Again, playing chess within that limited 10 stocks of, that's a good thing, man. That's it. I probably should get to work, man. Oh, well, let's look at spot. I'm in spot. They get bought. I would not add yet, man. I mean, Tdoc got back in the box. This is not back in the box. Everything is pointing down. That's not enough days for me to see if this holds. And let's see Spotify. I use Spotify, so I have a position in it. They got $57 on it. No. I put in the, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck's $57? In my mind, I said $257. They got 314. Damn. And we're sitting at 220? Still too soon, even though that's the Jesus cross. It's from God, I told you. So we'll see. Right at support, man. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me show you again so you don't get confused. This confuses people. Let's say you... Now, listen to what I'm about to show you. Let's say you bought over here. And you bought the stage 2 and it did with the run and then it didn't. And it went down and you didn't sell it. I probably wouldn't have. It's just the way I trade. And then it sets up again. Good. I go to put a little more on, right? I mean, and you say, well, where's that money come from? Other trades. I'm hoping. What if I don't have it when it gets here? I don't have it. Now, I may go look at some other stocks that I own. Now, you guys go do the opposite. You go look at the worst ones. You don't go look at the best ones, but I go look and see which ones have I made money on that I could allocate money on to over here, right? And I start looking, do I have that option? Do I have new money coming in maybe? Like I don't have to go buy a shit ton. It could just be one share. I just need to constantly be adding if I have a good spot, right? And then it goes to break out, man. I need to add again. Look what happens. It hits that 70 RSI and down it goes. And you said, yeah, but over here, I'm still underwater. The RSI doesn't care. It didn't ask you that. You said, but I'm just now back to break even. Doesn't care. It's trading the pattern. That's what price does, man. And once it turns, these turns come, if I can, this is super important. These turns come no matter what your position is. So if you're hitting a high RSI and then it stops and it starts to go sideways, you're in a stage 3. You're in a stage 3. It doesn't care that you're back to even or whatever. You got to make a call. What do you want to do? You could downsize this, let it come in, and then what? You're looking to put it back on. That's different trading than people think, though. They think trading's all about winning. No, sometimes trading's about you're moving money, man. The big picture, right? We've been buying alt. We bought some alt yesterday. Is it breaking out? It's trying. But what do we got here, man? What do we got? Broken family. Broken family. Straight down 20-day moving average. What have I told you about that? This is a shitty setup, man. It really is. This is going to drag out for a while. I'd be shocked if this ran up to $16. This is going to drag on and on. Maybe it moves up a little and then it pulls back into the box and it just goes sideways. You're going to see this. This is what these do, man. This ain't running up and going anywhere anytime soon. Can it? Of course it can. Will it? No. Highly doubt that. Look at AG and C's one I've been buying. All right, so where's the picture? Where's our support level? Again, not perfect. Similar zone, right? We're in that zone. We're in that zone, man. Everything's still pointing down. There's nothing to tell us this is headed up other than it's starting to form a box. So we got our box. We're hoping this is our anchor point, right? Right in here. And that now we're moving sideways. Be our stage 1, then eventually break out and run higher, right? So, but this is a dividend stock. It's not a trading stock. $16, $18. I mean, this is one you can put some big money in and get some dividends. You could do trades on these things. Go buy $16,000 worth. You're going to collect a big ass dividend every month and then look to sell it at $18,000 and take your money down the road. You made $3, $4, $5 grand, It's going to take a while, though. Look how slow these move, man. Nice, beautiful trends, though, right? Look at gold. Maybe you buy $180,000. Some of you, I see you balling on Instagram. Go buy $180,000. Post that. That'll be impressive. Your shoes aren't so impressive. Told a guy that. I was like, I'd be a lot more impressed if you posted a house you wrote a check for rather than a car you rented. Let's see. Yeah, gold looks good. Can we get the 24? Let's see. GLD. I'd be more impressed with an air gun. If you had a cool air gun, shoot nails. That's fun. You want to freak your boyfriend or husband out? Ladies, go to Home Depot and buy a fucking air compressor. Get like a Ridge or something. And then go get the hose and the adapters and go buy like a couple badass nail guns. Then buy some boards and just to come home and start shooting the shit. Just put nails in it. People say, how do you learn to use that stuff? Let me tell you. You go to Home Depot and you buy it. So you go buy a paint sprayer. You go home and you sit down and you open up the instructions and you read it. And it says, connect bucket to bottom of base. You take the bucket, you put it in the bottom of the base. And then you put the hoses on And you plug it in and it comes on. And then you like, you test it, right? Then you go get some water and you put it in there. You run it through it. And you're like, oh, okay, it sprays. And you adjust the hose on the end. Voila, you know how to run a spray gun. And then you learn about how to clean it. Now, you could spray a house for painting in like no time. You get somebody to hold a shield and you can go real fast. That's it. That's how you learn to work on a house. And people will be like, can I come stay with you to do that? And I'm like, why would I want you to do, like, you won't even do it on your own. Like, go, like, that's literally how I learned to work a nail gun. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I had no idea. I'm a grown man and I have no idea how to work a nail gun. And I was so embarrassed that I didn't buy the adapter. So when I get to the job site, I don't have a way of connecting the hose into the thing. And I get on YouTube and I literally research how to connect an air hose to an air compressor. And the guy's like, oh, you need this little. And I'm like, fuck. Go back to Home Depot. I buy that. Go back up there. Connect it. I put the nails in backwards. Then I gotta sit and fuck with this thing. I bend it, break it, trying to get the nails out. And eventually, then I go get some wood. And I just start going, poof, poof, poof. And there you go. I learned how to work a nail gun. And then I like, wait, you need different kinds of nails for different shit, you know? So I get on YouTube, type it in. What kind of decks, you know, what does galvanized mean? And I'd look it up. You know, how to cut PVC. Oh, you need the little tight down wrench thing. Oh, go buy it. Practice it. Like a router, I'd get one and I just practice it on scrap wood. I just go to a house that I have. And that day I'd sit and fuck with it, like practice it, you know. That's it, man. It's so simple. Like same with trading. Like go put $50 in. Go buy one share or usually 3. That's not what people do though. They go put a whole bunch of fucking money in 8 stocks. You're going to trade with me and all your money's in like 2 weeks. Now you have no money. And when I put a trade out, there's no money. When we could have just bought 3 shares with the idea of taking one off and we can go through these cycles, man. We're not trying to make all the money we can possibly make fucking week 1. We're trying to learn to trade. And if you don't have any money, then I can't show you, right? Because you're in 4 stocks because you put all your money in 4 stocks. And now we can't learn to trade, right? To go through these cycles. That's what I'm hoping people get out of it, man. I'm hoping they don't even need my trades. We just trade together and hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? It's just a community of people trading. We'll see. We'll see, man. I cut my finger open with backwards loaded nail gun when it started. Yeah, man. I've done some of the dumbest shit. And I get guys that'll watch my stories and they're in the trades. They're carpenters, like by trade. They do trim carpentry or they do painting or they're plumbers or they're roofers. And they're like, you're doing that wrong. And I'm like, really? No shit. Because I ain't been a fucking carpenter just doing carpentry for 20 fucking years. I'm also a stock trader, book writer, podcaster, YouTuber. Oh, by the way, I manage properties, find properties, manage money. I do about 19 other fucking things for a living. Sorry if my painting doesn't meet your professional level that all you do all day is paint. Yeah, I don't play piano as good as a guy that plays 8 fucking hours a day, every day, all day for his lifetime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no shit. Like I play guitar, but I don't play all day, every day on tour. So guess what? Like, I'm not going to be as good as that guy. It's like, no shit. But guess what? They rented my house. They didn't rent yours. They rented it with the paint done wrong. They rented it with the carpentry not done just right. Right? They rented it even though I had a little spillover on there and didn't get the caulking just right. They rented it. Guys are like, you can't do floors the way you're doing them. You got to sand down the whole thing. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's just when they open the door, they just got to like it. So watch how I do it. It's not the way a professional would redo floors. I get that. And they'll rent it. Because I don't just do floors all day. So I don't have badass flooring equipment. I don't want to go rent like I'm you know what I'm saying? So I got to do it my way, man. Right? You don't need to be an expert for sure, man. Like I've done some pretty. I built a closet. I'm gonna have to post that. I was proud of myself. I did it drinking beer with no plans at all. Like I just looked at a picture on the internet, printed off, put it on the wall, and it was the framing, and it looks perfect, man. I can't. I'm to this day, I'm shocked that I was able to get the doors in and make them work. There was a little bit of rigging, but I was shocked. It was a beautiful closet, man. Like there was no closet. I built a closet, drywalled it, put in the sliding door, the whole thing. I was shocked it worked. Took like 50 beers in 2 days, and it worked. I mean, nobody's complained. And here's the thing: when you look at it, it wasn't straight. Like if you go look on the side, I was off. I got my things off. Meaning the closet itself is 1 inch wider on the right side than the left side. It's at an angle. But when you're looking at it, you don't notice it. But when you're inside it, it is off. One side of the closet's bigger and deeper than the other side. So that'll happen in trading. You'll get your sizing off. You'll get shit wrong. But in general, if you're buying good companies, you're okay. They're going higher. Trade your way through it. Don't get down. If your position's down, good. Now you get to use your skills. Stop crying. Trade your way out of it. You get what I'm saying? Like trade your way out of it, man. You're not going to get it perfect. You don't have to. Yeah, Justin's got the right idea. Now, I'm going to tell you something I've done that people do not do. Go up to Home Depot and buy a 4x6 sheet of plywood, of drywall. And then just go get some tape, drywall tape and mud. And just create a crack and then fix it. Like I did that shit. I used to practice all that kind of stuff, man. Like I learned to do it like on scrap, pretty cool. You just got to teach yourself, man. Same with trading. You just get in here and start doing it, man. That's it. And you just want a basic plan, a basic blueprint, man. And then you'll get better and better. I yell at you, why'd you buy that, dummy? Like, you don't take that personal. You just go look and see, am I making sense? And you go, fuck yeah, he was right. Cool. The next time I know, I'll buy right there, All right, man. You guys be good. I got to do some work, man. All right, YouTube. I babbled way too long today. I just felt guided.